everyone, welcome back to Season 5, Episode 3 of Chasing Tails. We're about to hit the woods again for another archery sit, so I will see you out in the tree stand.
Of course, I couldn't find any birds during turkey season, but I had birds flying down from the roost all around me. Not too much more time passed before I had a young buck start to make his way right underneath me.
It is the following morning. Yesterday was very slow out in the woods, which kind of surprised me with how cold it was, but we had another cold front move through last night, and it's a lot colder than what it was yesterday, so saw a lot of deer on the drive-in. Hopefully that means they'll be moving this morning. We're all set up and ready to go.
After a lot of movement, I was finally able to catch some deer on camera.
It's now about 4:15 in the afternoon. Had a decent sit this morning. Had a lot of deer move through. They're all just on a mission though, because I couldn't get half of them on camera because they were moving through so quickly. Ended up seeing 2 bucks. Had a decent 8-point underneath me and a spike move through. Wasn't one of the big 8 points, so we are out in a different stand this afternoon. We're all set up and ready to go.
After sitting for some time, I finally had some does and button bucks make their way in. I then had a young spike come in that eventually began to work on some scrapes. The bucks eventually got bigger, but not by very much, when I had another young buck work on a different scrape.
Hello everyone, sorry for the interruption. I just want to take a second to thank our video and series sponsors, New View Hunting and SPYPOINT trail cameras. All the trail camera pictures and videos that you see in this series is going to be from SPYPOINT trail cameras, and all the camo gear and accessories that you see is going to be from New View Hunting, and this is their heated jacket. They also have other accessories like bino harnesses and heated hand warmers. So they got all the gear that you need to make sure you're prepared for your hunts. Now, let's get back out into the woods. It is the following morning. We're up in the same stand that we were in last night. Still pretty chilly out this morning. Ended up seeing a few bucks last night, but nothing very big at all, so hopefully we can have something bigger make its way through this morning.
After some does made their way through, a spike came in to work on a scrape. This doe eventually made its way to the base of my tree, where it picked up my scent on the ladder. She never ended up fully getting spooked and stuck around for quite some time, but all the commotion brought in a buck.
Not sure how well you could see it, but that was a very nice buck this morning. Not sure if it was one of my target bucks, but I'm pretty sure it was a shooter if it would have come in. It was only about 10 yards off of the brush, but I ended up having a doe on the other side of me that I didn't know was there that ended up blowing on me, and he kept circling around for a little bit before he ended up leaving. So we are out this afternoon now, all set up in the same tree stand and ready to go.
After quite some time with no action, I finally noticed some big antlers working on a scrape.
Well, that sucks. It walked right past the tree stand that I was gonna sit in tonight. But once I got out here and looked at the wind, I really didn't think that it'd be the best spot to sit, because the majority of the deer are gonna come from downwind of that stand. But of course, that buck walks right past it within 15 yards and would have never been downwind of me. Hopefully he loops back through and we get a shot on him tonight.
Not too long after, this younger buck made his way in. And either the big buck from earlier ended up looping around, or another one followed its tracks. Suddenly I noticed that all my grunting brought in a buck from the opposite direction. And as I was watching this one, another buck made his way through on the same trail that the big ones did from earlier.
Well, as you can see, things are starting to amp up now with the cooler weather. The bucks are starting to chase the does, and there are some nice bucks out there. Make sure you tune into the next video, which is hopefully coming very soon. We're going to sit in the tree stand that they just walked by at the end of this video. So I will see you next time out in the woods, and thank you again to New View Hunting and SPYPOINT Trail Cameras for making this video and series possible. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you for watching.